Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to explore a gentle but deeply emotional story. A quiet village morning, a small riverside home, and the simple moments that slowly turn strangers into family. Through Maya's innocent eyes, Uncle D's silent devotion, Huyen's gratitude, and Thomas's journey from loneliness to belonging. This story shows us that Christmas is not about lights or gifts, but about love, warmth, and finding a place where your heart can rest. If you enjoy stories that are slow, meaningful, and full of human connection, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. Mornings in the village begin very slowly, so slowly that one can almost hear the sunlight falling. The first rays of dawn slip through the gaps between leaves, scattering across the pond a thin layer of light as delicate as silk. The water lies perfectly still, reflecting a pale, misty sky. A white cat emerges from the bamboo grove, walking leisurely along the damp earthen bank. Its small paws tread so lightly, as though afraid to disturb the surface of the water. It lowers its head, gazing into the pond with half-closed eyes, watching the fish circling lazily at the bottom. A gentle autumn breeze passes by, carrying the fresh scent of young mud and wild grass, cool, familiar, comforting. The cat curls up, nestling close to the water's edge. Its breathing gradually slows and it slips into a deep sleep. The whole world seems to hold its breath, leaving only the simple, serene peace of a village morning. Then, at the far end of the pond, the water stirs faintly. Tiny ripples spread outward, and suddenly the surface boils and churns. Fish thrash wildly, some float belly up. Crabs scuttle hurriedly from the mud onto the bank, as if fleeing something invisible. But the disturbance passes quickly and quietly, as though the village has long grown accustomed to the silent, unseen changes of nature. Out in the rice fields, Maya's mother wades into the paddies from early morning. Her slender figure gradually disappears amid the tender green of young rice plants. Her hands move deftly, transplanting each cluster of seedlings, bending and rising in a steady rhythm. No one calls, no one urges her on, but the work must be done, as regular as the breathing of life itself in this place. By the pond's edge, beneath the thatched roof and earthen walls, Maya sits upright at the old wooden table. In front of her lies a well-worn school notebook. The small pencil rests snugly in her hand, though its tip trembles each time it touches the paper. Maya bites her lip lightly, focusing intently on the page. The letter O is slowly taking shape. Round, but not yet perfectly even, curving like the tentative wings of a young bird learning to fly. Sitting beside her, Uncle D watches closely. He doesn't hurry her, nor does he take her hand to correct each stroke. His voice is low and measured, clear enough for Maya to hear. "Maya, how far have you gotten?" The little girl looks up, offering the page for him to see. Uncle D leans in. His eyes soften when he notices how much neater the writing has become compared to yesterday. He smiles gently, nodding. "Much better now. But remember, you have to write it yourself. The teacher only gives points when it's your own handwriting." Maya presses her lips together and nods vigorously. She bends over the page again, carefully forming each stroke just as he instructed. Uncle D watches her, a feeling rising in his chest that is difficult to name. He doesn't offer lavish praise, only adds quietly, "When you finish this page, Uncle will take you to celebrate Christmas." Those words light a tiny flame inside Maya. The atmosphere inside the thatched house suddenly feels unusually warm. The wind outside still blows across the pond, carrying the early winter chill. But here, beside the old wooden table, a small hope is quietly growing. Life is still full of shortages and hardships, yet Uncle D's silent affection is like a modest fire, not bright and blazing, but warm enough to comfort even the coldest days. Maya looks up at him, her eyes sparkling. Uncle Day reaches out and gently strokes her hair. His gaze suddenly turns distant, as though recalling days that were once very difficult. And in that very moment, he realizes he has found a new purpose: to protect and walk alongside this child. Christmas is approaching, not with colorful lights or grand gifts, but with a simple, sincere promise. When Maya finally sets the pencil down, Uncle D's voice calls from the porch. "Maya, want to come with Uncle?" The girl lifts her head, eyes shining, nodding eagerly. In the blink of an eye, she runs after him to the riverbank. The small boat rests against the water's edge, rocking gently with the current. The river surface glitters in the sunlight, reflecting soft waves. Uncle Day unties the rope while Maya carefully takes her seat at the bow, gripping the sides tightly, her heart racing with excitement. 1, 2, 3, let's go! The oars dip lightly, and the boat glides away from shore, drifting slowly along the calm river. Bibi, the little white cat, is also brought aboard, sitting right in the middle, round eyes staring down at the flowing water. The river breeze blows refreshingly, lifting Maya's hair. Uncle Day points at the drifting water hyacinth. Wonder if the chickens would like eating these. Maya giggles. Her laughter rings out across the wide open space, light and clear like birdsong at dawn. Uncle Day casts the net with slow, practiced movements. Maya watches intently, waiting for silver fish to appear. In that moment, all worries about food and hardship seem to melt away. There is only the simple joy of being together, waiting for tonight's meal. Uncle Day glances at Maya, a rare sense of peace rising in his heart. His life had once been full of drifting and uncertainty, but now, with this child by his side, every hardship feels worthwhile. Maya has no idea, but in his heart, she is the greatest Christmas gift he has ever received. When the boat turns and returns to shore, the joy lingers, like the small ripples that have not yet disappeared on the water's surface. On the riverbank, Sister Huyen is cutting water hyacinth. Holding the sickle, she works swiftly, sweat beading on her forehead. Suddenly, a voice calls from behind. "Sister Huyen, is that you?" She looks up, a little surprised. Standing before her is Thomas, a tall young man with a gentle smile. "It's me, Thomas, Mrs. Lee's son from Hamlet 1. Sister Huyen smiles, wiping her hands on her shirt. Thomas explains he came to visit and would like to invite her and Brother Jay to take Maya to Christmas Mass at the church. The two stand by the river talking. The afternoon breeze blows gently, carrying the scent of water and fresh hyacinth. Sister Huyen's voice slows, growing softer when she mentions Brother Jay. "He's a very good man, you know. Back then, my child and I drifted from place to place. If not for him, I don't know if we'd have today. He's like an older brother to me. He gave us a different life." Thomas listens, eyes full of respect. Sister Huyen continues, her tone even gentler. "It's been almost 2 years now. We've decided to have a small wedding. We're poor, but as long as we have each other, that's enough." Thomas nods, warmth spreading through his chest. Sister Huyen bends down to cut more hyacinth, chatting cheerfully. "The chickens love eating these. They lay eggs faster." Under the late afternoon sun, by the quiet river, an invisible bond quietly forms. Sister Huyen glances at Thomas, a trace of empathy in her eyes, as if seeing her past self reflected in him. Thomas promises to visit the house, and in her heart, a new quiet faith begins to grow. This Christmas, the family might be a little more complete. Dusk falls quickly. The last rays of sunlight paint the front yard gold. Thomas pushes his motorbike in, carrying a bag of fruit and a steaming package of boiled pork hock. The moment she sees him, Maya runs out, calling excitedly, "Uncle Thomas!" She hugs his leg, looking up with a radiant smile. Sister Huyen steps out from the kitchen, hands still dusted with stove ash, her eyes lighting up at the sight of the guest. "You're here. Come in, come in." Thomas sets the bag down, a bit shy. "I only brought some food. Please enjoy it." Brother Jay has just returned from the river, his net still dripping water. Seeing Thomas, he laughs heartily. "Ah, Thomas is here." The atmosphere in the thatched house suddenly becomes lively. Maya trots after Thomas, receiving an orange from him, sniffing it and grinning from ear to ear. Sister Huyen invites Thomas to sit, while Brother Jay hangs up the net and sorts the fish. Thomas looks around the simple house and feels the warmth radiating from the smallest details. The smell of firewood smoke mingles with the fresh scent of river fish, creating a feeling that is deeply familiar and real. Thomas rolls up his sleeves, about to help in the kitchen, but Sister Huyen waves him off. "You're the guest. Sit and rest. Let me handle it." Maya pulls his hand toward the bamboo bed. "Uncle, sit here and play with me." Thomas laughs and sits beside her. In that moment, he suddenly feels his heart grow much lighter. Years of living in the crowded city had made him accustomed to loneliness, even when surrounded by people. But here, in this small house, he feels something entirely different. The warmth of family. Brother Jay returns, sets down the basket of fish, and pats Thomas on the shoulder. "Stay for dinner tonight, all right?" Thomas nods, unable to hide his emotion. Christmas is drawing near, and for the first time in a long while, he feels he truly belongs somewhere. The firewood stove glows red. The crackling sound is steady and soothing. Sister Huyen prepares the fish swiftly, sliding it into the hot oil. The river fish fries to a golden crisp, its aroma filling the house. The pork hock Thomas brought is sliced neatly and arranged on the simple tray. Maya sits in the middle, carefully placing each pair of chopsticks. "This one for Uncle, this one for Uncle Thomas, this one for Mother Huyen." Everyone bursts into laughter. Thomas takes a piece of fish and says sincerely, "The river fish is so fresh, sister." Sister Huyen smiles warmly. "We live by the river, there's always fish. We're used to it." Maya eats and softly hums the song, "Uncle Soldier," her clear voice rising amid the meal. Thomas listens, suddenly feeling a lump in his throat. He speaks slowly. "I really like life here, so peaceful and warm." Brother Jay nods. "It's lacking in many ways here, but it's joyful. Having people by your side is enough." Suddenly, Maya looks up and asks directly, "Uncle Thomas, do you have a girlfriend yet?" The question makes the whole table freeze for a second before erupting in laughter. Thomas scratches his head. "Not yet. If Maya knows any nice girl, introduce her to me, okay?" Maya laughs happily and nods very seriously. The warm stove drives away the early winter chill. In the flickering firelight, 4 people who were once strangers now sit together like a real family. After eating, Maya leans gently against Thomas's shoulder, eyes growing sleepy. Sister Huyen looks at Brother Jay, her eyes shining with deep gratitude. Thomas thinks to himself, this is exactly what he has always been searching for. A place to come home to, however simple, but filled with love. As the meal nears its end, the atmosphere grows quiet. Thomas sets down his chopsticks, takes a deep breath, and speaks slowly, his voice low. "I want to thank you, Brother Jay. Back then, when I had the accident, if you hadn't helped me, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today." Brother Jay remains silent, only nodding slightly. Thomas continues, eyes sincere. "I love life here. I hope I can visit often. If it's okay, I'd like to think of you as my older brother." Brother Ja smiles, his eyes turning red. "I've never had blood brothers. If you feel that way, I'm very happy." Sister Huyen turns away, quickly wiping her eyes. "From now on, our family has one more member." Maya lifts her head and looks at Thomas very seriously. Uncle is family now, okay? Thomas nods, his voice catching. Thank you, everyone. The thatched house suddenly feels sacred in an extraordinary way. Outside, the Christmas wind blows gently through the bamboo grove, carrying something very gentle. Thomas had once felt lost in the flow of life, but at this moment, he knows he has found his true family. Brother Jay pats his shoulder. Whenever you're free, just come. This house is always open. In that instant, the line between stranger and kin completely dissolves. After cleaning up, everyone prepares to go to the church for Mass. Sister Huyen reminds Maya to change clothes. Today is Christmas, dear. Maya smiles brightly, eyes sparkling. Thomas pushes the motorbike while telling Maya about the Holy Night. More than 2,000 years ago, baby Jesus was born in a small manger in Bethlehem, surrounded by candlelight and prayers. He speaks of love, of hope, of miracles born from sharing. Then he continues, voice slowing. People were once very happy, but because they abused their freedom, they lost their peace. Christmas is here to remind us to return to love. Maya listens, eyes wide. Outside, the church is already aglow, thousands of lights twinkling like a starry sky. Thomas turns and asks, Maya, do you like playing darts? The girl nods enthusiastically, beaming. The motorbike starts and the whole family sets off. On the quiet village road, the cool night wind blows past, carrying the distant sound of church bells. This Christmas has nothing extravagant. No grand gifts, no lavish feast. Only ordinary people carrying small joys, gratitude, and new hope. Life still holds many difficulties ahead, but love has bound them together. As the church bells ring through the night, everyone understands that the true miracle does not lie in the lights. It lies in the hearts that have opened to one another. The story portrays a quiet and heartfelt Christmas in a peaceful countryside village, centered on Maya, a young girl growing up under the silent care of Uncle Dada. From calm mornings by the village pond and simple handwriting lessons to a small fishing trip on the river, life unfolds in a modest yet warm way. The arrival of Thomas brings a new connection, slowly turning strangers into family. Through a simple dinner by the wood stove, gratitude is expressed, and emotional bonds grow stronger. Christmas here is not about luxury or celebration, but about love, kindness, and belonging. Each character finds comfort and meaning in one another's presence. In the end, the true miracle of Christmas is revealed, not in lights or gifts, but in human connection, shared warmth, and hearts that finally find a place to call home.